twilight lies gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights. Oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets trembling, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the fray, and the home of the brave.
Good morning, everybody. How are we this beautiful morning? Sorry about the video quality. If it's bad, I don't know. I've got mine pushed to 720 and it seems to be holding, but I am getting a little buffering at 720. I am not using StreamYard this morning. I wanted to play my full intro this morning and I did that. And anywho, all right, let me stop this right here. Maybe that'll help. I'm not sure. Let me pop the chat out. Got 9 watching this morning. It's awful early for 9 people to be watching. So I'm going to stretch the screen here so I can watch what I'm doing. I don't have any major updates. Just wanted to give y'all a heads up this morning. I am not going to be see, and then the stream, then it died. It just completely died. Went to 0. I have not been having this problem in yards. I don't know if it's a way that OBS is connecting to YouTube or what it is. Don't really care. I've got the output set where it needs to be, but it's dropping quite a few frames. So far it's dropped 31% of the frame, so it's ridiculously crazy this morning. And the thing is, OBS uses a lot more output power output processing power than other things. So I'm closing that window with Google Chrome. Let me see here. I've got other ones up. They shouldn't be really doing anything. I've got the chat up. Yeah, it is awful early. What are you doing up, Ryan? But wanted to give you an update. I have been printing like a madman. I've got some braces going on. I've got some other parts in IC3D silver PETG. I had to print some more wide broad brackets that somebody told me I needed those. I also, since mine was built on the AM8 style frame and parts, I needed to reprint extruder parts because I didn't have any of that. As a matter of fact, I've still got more extruder parts to finish, but I've got a plate of parts over here that, since I didn't have an MK2 or 2.5, I didn't have the parts. So that's what I'm doing here. Morning, Ricky Tanner. David Houghton. Then you refresh, man. Try to get something a little better. It should be outputting better than 144p. I locked mine into 720 and it was working just fine, but you should be able to get a good 480 anyway. And we've got in here, who we got? We got Clint, Andrew, David, Houghton from London, England. 3D Printing Llama's in here. Mr. Buttram, Brett Hawks is in here. Scalda's here. How are you, Scalda? Mr. Buttram, Ryan's in here. Clint's here. I got him already. I did. Tanner's here. Making It So's here. Welcome. Audio's a bit low. Really? Okay, well, I can fix that. I can sure enough pump it up. Is that better? That should be better on the audio front. I have it turned down some whenever I'm using my little hat mic thing that I wear. See, now we're all green, so hopefully you're getting a decent picture. Hopefully it'll stay. It's really funny though, because like was it Thursday? Yeah, Thursday in my stream I had great internet speed. And see, then I just went to 0, so it should freeze for that long, blah blah blah. But I'm only dropping 28.2% of frames, so it's not too bad. And it's steadily going down some. I don't understand it. I really don't. I don't know if it's an OBS problem. I may need to update OBS. I just went to 1080p. Woo! Anyway, hopefully Clint's the audio better. Hopefully you can hear me better. I'm not trying to blow you out this morning. I hear that, Ryan Buttram. I hear you, buddy. But yeah, and I'm right on the mic, so right in the mic here. But I just wanted to give a quick update because I won't be working on it on Sunday. I've still got a few parts left that I've got to do. I didn't really think this through, and I did look. It seems that my rod set will be here on Tuesday, so we should be able to move right along with the build on Tuesday. Hopefully I don't run into too many things that I don't need. Here, I'll tell you, I know exactly what's the matter. Windows has turned it down. So let's open sound settings and go to, oh, where's my, there we go, sound control panel. And I can go to recording. Let me go find my snowball microphone right here, properties. I bet it's down at like 69%. Now you should be blown out the door. Matter of fact, I'll probably have to turn it back down here so it don't clip. I do. There we go. That's better. Now you should be able to hear me in all my great glory, Clint. Ricky Tanner, what you doing up so early on a Saturday morning, my friend? What you got to sing for your supper? You need to be getting some sleep. Now it's good. So, yeah, and the thing is, I don't get it because we didn't have a power blip last night. I came over here, and my computer was all still on. Everything was still on, and then the Mark III should have been through with the plate of parts this morning. Matter of fact, it's still showing an hour and 18 minutes left, and see, I'm gonna have to leave before then. We got a trip to Georgia planned this morning, but this should have been done, but it said it had a power blip last night. It continued, and it worked fine. Everything lined back up on the power panic, but I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't know what happened. So I'm going to either today when we get home or tomorrow morning. I'm gonna bring the UPS over here and plug it in. So that's one thing we're going to do. Another thing I found out yesterday, I tried to print this tray of parts like 3 times. And I don't know if y'all remember or not, but I had some issues right after I got the MMU2S on. So I loosened everything up. Well, apparently I loosened it too much because with the retractions that it was doing on this set of parts, it was jamming every hour or so with the thing. So I tightened the gears together, and it has pushed filament like no other. So it's doing all right. The MMU2 is moving along, and these are small parts, extruder parts. I'm going with the silver extruder. I started to do black, but since my colors are green and silver, I went with the silver extruder, and I'm going to go with the silver back plate. My Y rods and all that stuff, motor mounts, all of that is green, the Alien Ooze green. So anyway, that's what I'm doing there. Got to go get the fam up in a minute because we have to leave in about 45 minutes. I am doing well, T-Lo. Thank you for saying that. Appreciate it. Here we go to 0 again. And we're back. I don't know. It dropped right on off. And I was down to 20% on drop frames. But also, I've been getting a message, and I have the latest firmware, and I thought it was a mixed firmware, but it says I have the Mark III firmware on a Mark III's, and from what I understand, it's the same firmware, but it might recognize when it flashes, and it might set it up that way to begin with. Not sure. So if anybody knows more about the Mark III firmware than that, then let me know. Yeah, I know, Llama. That's what I was saying. It went to 0, and there it goes again. It dropped to 0 again. And I promise it's on YouTube side, because I can almost guarantee you I go to my router. Let me look. It's ridiculous. If I go to my router and I go to status, sign in, let's go to bandwidth, and we look at my bandwidth on the WAN. Yeah, I'm putting out a steady 2 megabits per second. I'm at 2.5, so it's kicking out. The internet is not the problem. I don't understand what's going on with YouTube and that type of thing, but internet is not the issue. But I know there's been a couple times that this pops down and says it goes to 0, and I don't understand that. Maybe my settings. I haven't changed anything in OBS, so I don't know. Output, constant bit rate. Let's go to 4. Hit apply. That fixed nothing. It didn't change anything. It's all the same. It's all in monotone and doing it this way. I'm not rescaling output, so it's outputting at 1080p. Internet's solid. Yeah, just let it run. Hell with it. Nobody with the Mark III. So I may have to bring it over on the desk and re-update the firmware. Matter of fact, they just come out with a new one, so I'm definitely going to have my my UPS on it, because the power panic doesn't work in the beta release that they have out now. And since I'm on the beta testing side of things, I'm going to download that, install it, and see if it works. So this was a short stream. It's not going to be very long. I know the intro is just about as long as the stream has been, but like I said, we do have somewhere to go, and I have to get dressed to go. But I thought about doing the build in the morning a little bit, but I don't have enough parts, and I need the smooth rods to come in so I can do that. The cool thing is, though, I've been thinking about it. The cool thing is, in theory, I could turn around and build another one of these. What about power panic? Oh, in 3.8, Joe, the power panic doesn't work properly, from what Prusa says in the latest beta release. What's up, One Raz? You might know, Joe. What do you think about the firmware? I come over this morning, and it's like the third time I've seen it. It says I have Mark III firmware on a Mark III's, and I know I upgraded to the MMU2S, which is supposedly a Mark III's, but I thought it was the same firmware. I didn't think it was different firmware. I don't know if it sets it up right at the beginning or what it does, but anywho, I don't know. Yeah, I thought they were the same. 3.7.1 was a combined firmware, and it just knew, that it knew what it was. But I'll go look it up, because it has told me that a couple times, and that may have something to do with my stringing too. My stringing issue with this. It's printing great though. I'm gonna tell you now. The parts that I'm printing off now. I did print these in detail. I did not print these in 0.2. Probably could have got done a lot faster with these had I printed them in 0.2. But I want this thing to look good. So these are all printed in what is it? Not 0.2, but yeah, these are in detail mode. 0.15, I think. Something like that. Yeah, 1.5. Yeah, no, I know it does on the IR sensor, Joe. I understand that. So I'll probably have to go and fix that. But yeah, it printed this IC3D PETG really, really well. Really, really well. So once I get these printed, I will upgrade to the 3.8 firmware and see how that goes. But like I said, not a normal morning coffee. It's a quick one. Hopefully Tuesday, DHL. Good morning, MapRo6. Tuesday, DHL will deliver my smooth rods, and we will be set to go. I looked at the assembly instructions. The only thing I'm going to have to pop back to is where everything plugs in. Shouldn't be too hard. What's up, Rover? Shouldn't be too difficult. But it's pretty straightforward. Yeah. I got to find my tap. I haven't even looked, so hopefully I'll do that. I may tap those on Fun in the Country Basement tomorrow and get those done the way they're supposed to be. And once I get those tapped, everything should be ready to go, minus a few prints left to go. And those will be printing as well during Fun in the Country Basement tomorrow. So anybody else got any big projects going on? Still working out my travel arrangements to Earth. That's one of the things I've got going on. Well, the coffee's done. Got another 15 minutes or so, and then I got to get off of here. This is still showing an hour and 8 minutes left on these parts, and we're leaving in 24 minutes, so won't be doing the next build until we get back. Yeah, Vape Life, that's right. Steve Square Dink, welcome to the Country Club, buddy. Hadn't seen you before, but appreciate you being here. Vape Life, you're right. And the thing is, what is it, October? October? Yeah, October will be 6 years. 6 years since we've had a cigarette. And it is better. I mean, I don't care who you are, it's better. So I hear you making it so. A barn she designed. Yeah, I've got to print the Ronald McDonald House that Matt Johnson designed for me way back. I've got red, and I believe that I have enough yellow to print that out. So, Andrew S. going to be converting the FL Sun C Plus XL into a CNC. And got to start a 2-day print. So you're turning your FL Sun into a CNC machine. I think it's 0.1%. Yeah. Or maybe 1%. 1% nicotine. So, and the reason for that is not really so much for the nicotine. It's for the flavor. The nicotine molecules react with the other flavor molecules, and it makes the flavor stronger. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that the nicotine doesn't, kill my cravings. But I can go to Disney and not do this all day. I could have never done that while I was smoking. And I was smoking 2.5 packs a day. So this is 1,000% better. I'm telling you right now. Well, see, here's the thing making it so the flavors that are used in vape juice are used in baking and cooking and candy making. That's where the flavors come from. And since I make my own juice, I know exactly what flavors I put in mine and where they come from. So I'm not as worried about it as I would be if I was buying off the shelf stuff. But yeah, no, I don't know why they you. Yeah, Andrew S., I agree, man. I mean, if you're not doing 20-40 or 30-30, yeah, I can't see that 20-20 would give you anything. I do need to get some 20 extrusion to replace the parts on my bed on the Hypercube Evo. I know it's printed now and it looks great and all that stuff, but it's way too flexible and it moves. It moves a lot. So I really need to reprint a few parts. I've got some orange PETG that I need to replace a few parts with, motor mounts and that type of thing. The PLA is great for most 99% of the parts, but one of my motor mounts is starting to pull down quite a bit, and which you would think that the PLA would be stiffer, but either I need to print and find a 20-40 bed frame. I should do a live stream when I'm mixing my juice so that you can get my recipe. I'll tell you what I'll do. I can tell you my recipe. I use 1,000. When I'm mixing up a batch, I use 1,000 milligrams of VG, 125 milligrams of sweet strawberry, 60 milligrams of French vanilla bean ice cream, 60 milligrams of graham cracker crust, 60 milligrams of sweet cream, 30 milligrams of buttercream. Yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much the whole recipe. It's a strawberry vanilla blast, and the graham cracker crust gives it a little bit of depth. If I do a mixing on the juice, it'll be over on Kuntry Livin. I won't do it on this channel. Man, I really wish those would be done in like 15 minutes so I could start the next one. But there's a recipe. I mean, and you can find, there are so many recipes. There's recipe software. I had a website for a while that would actually calculate it for you depending on the size of your bottle. And matter of fact, I've still got the website. I've got the code. I just don't have it out anywhere where you can go see it. But you could try different flavors and different combinations, and it would give you the exact amounts you needed for your build and all that, or your recipe and all that stuff. And I wrote that quite a few years ago. What's up, Gusner? But so I got to update the firmware on my Mark III. I've got to get the UPS over here because that power outage didn't even happen last night, and these parts would have been done already. But I've got about 7 minutes, and I've got to get off of here so I can go get ready. So crank the rate up to 300%. Oh yeah, right. No, I need these parts finished and correctly finished, and I don't even feel like playing with them. So it'll be good. And it's really funny because I did that. What's up, Matt? I did that at a maker fair one time with the AM8 style printer I had, and I had it cranked up to like 450%, but it'll only go so fast. I think only about 180, maybe 200 is about as most you're going to get out of it mechanically. Cranking it up to 300 is all great, which the Mark III may hit 300, but I doubt it. It's probably 200, 250 tops. because it'll only lay plastic so fast. I haven't even looked. Hopefully the video's flattened out. I'm still got 21% of drop frames here, so I don't know. But seems to be working all right to me. Nope. See, I don't get it. It's so stupid. What's up, Alan King? You got here just in time for me to leave, bud. But yeah, Joe, if the printer would go 400 miles an hour, that'd be great. But it doesn't. It does not. Oh, man. It's going to be a long day. Today is my mother-in-law's 70th birthday. So I am going to say happy birthday to her. And, yeah, it's really good. I'm glad we're going to get to go up and see her. And my wife will get to hang out with her mama today some. Hey, Mike, how are you, buddy? Thank you. I'll let her know everybody said happy birthday. Yeah, no, the SG3 plaque has not moved. It's right there. I zoomed in my camera a little bit because I wanted to work with the way that it was set up. But, you know, it is what it is. No, I haven't printed anything on the Stargate lately. I'm working on it. Believe me, once this bear is done, I am going back to the Stargate because I really want to get it done. I'm not going to be able to take it to Earth. I'm not shipping it up there, but my plan is to still have it at least running on this channel before Earth. Yeah, it dropped out to 0, so hopefully it picked that up. Before Earth, I plan to have it running right here on this table, at least running. And then, after that, then I'll start working with Andrew S.'s parts and trying to get the dialer and all that stuff worked in it probably after Earth. Because one, if I grab about 3 more motors, I don't think I have any extra motors. I've got one pancake. I can take these rods, print out some more parts, and build another bear style printer. Because I have another Mark 42 bed up here. Not a 52, but a 42. So I can actually build another bear style printer with a Mark 42 on it instead of a 52. And then do some Marlin firmware on it to get it to do what I want it to do. Yeah, right? Post-processing resin prints. Woohoo! But anyway, short stream this morning. The bear is coming along. We will have it hopefully finished on Tuesday. Maybe. I don't know. It may take a little bit longer than 2 hours to get it done. Hopefully I have most of the frame together. The frame and stuff is a little bit more straightforward than, say, in a Mark III or whatever. $200 or I don't know, standard NEMA motors. I don't have a clue. It's probably the 400 step NEMA 17s. I'm not 100% sure. I'd have to look. Whatever the standard Prusa style stepper motors are is what I got. Good morning, 3D Jimmy. How are you, buddy? I'm fixing to get off here, Jimmy. I'm not going to be here long. Thank you for stopping in. I am getting ready to go to Georgia. Might film some of that for the Kuntry Livin channel. Not sure. We'll see. R3 on that one. R3 on that one. I just downloaded these yesterday. That's an R1. Man, these things printed so nice. So much nicer than in the kit. Man. 1.8. Yeah, they're normally 200. So, anywho, you guys are great. I'm going to get out of here now so that I can. Wait, let me see. Yeah, there it is. I forget. I ain't used my Stream Deck in so long. I forgot how to use it. But you guys have a great day, and we will see you Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern Time on Fun in the Country Basement. Glenn is hosting this week. Y'all check us out. Steve Inslee, how are you, buddy? Sorry, I'm getting out of here, Big Steve. But I got to go. We got to go to Georgia. I got to go get dressed. Make sure everybody else is dressed and ready. And we'll see you on the flip side, folks.